starting another live stream here. Did one a moment ago, and the audio was screwed up, so I'm gonna relaunch. See what we can do with this. Hope it's sending out. What do you call it? The notifications. Sound like it might have went out. Let me see. Yep, should be out there now. There we go. How's it sound now, mixed media? We good? Cool. All right, that was a good idea then. Hopefully Fred did the same thing. I'll hop back over here. He just came on and then I wonder if he heard what I was saying. Wait a minute, hang on. I got the green screen on somehow. Got to get that off there. What's going on? Shit. There you go. Did mixed media wait a minute. Did you see that? The green screen went up. I don't know what the hell I hit. Anyway, okay, cool. The audio's good. Yeah, so Trump 86 to pardons actually basically wasn't Trump. It's the law, right? I mean, he never had his hand even on the pen. Yeah. The other thing is that Fauci's going to get a little visit from somebody soon. He'll have to face this. He'll get a summons. He's got a date in court right now, and the other thing I was getting ready to talk about. I forgot when I switched over this live stream. I had something. Damn, man. Hang on 1 second. Oh, I know what it was. So Trump taught Houthis a lesson. The dudes from Yemenis, whatever, the Yemens. Well, it's not the Yemens necessarily. It's a rebel group down there, I think. The Houthis, I think they call them. Houthi and the Blowfish. They're going to blow up real good. They were firing too many missiles that Trump got to his limit and just sandbagged the shit out of them. Rolled in there and hit them with everything they had. And I think what's going to happen is that's going to trigger major problems down in that area. They're going to start, if they have anything left to shoot at, with any missiles or whatever, they're going to try to take out all our oil tankers and shit going up to the Suez Canal and everything. Try to fuck everything up. Good luck, because if they do anything else, I think they're going to get smoked. I don't think Donald Trump's not somebody who want to mess around or call his bluff. He's on the edge right now, and you know what? I kind of don't blame him. I don't like some of the things he's done recently, but I don't blame him one bit, because they shit on him and it was ridiculous. All the illegal crap going on with pulling him off the campaign trail to going into court for nothing, wasting our tax money. Unbelievable. So, can you still hear me, by the way? Is everything good? Mixed media, throw me a 5x5 or something. Okay, cool. All right. So anyway, yeah, things are about to heat up, and he gave Iran some kind of warning today. I didn't get to see what the deal was, but Trump isn't playing, and here's a guy that they've been trying to kill for like a couple of months now. Nothing more dangerous than when you figure you're already a dead man walking. That's when people they're pulling a tiger by the tail. Trump's going to do something probably over the top. So they're fools if they don't take him for being serious and trying to call his bluff, because I don't think he's bluffing anymore. And Look, I don't agree with some of the shit he did, but I think it was rotten. They dragged his family, and yeah, it's politics, but they just shit on his family, on him, all to stay in power. It was all about, the election, and once they lost, they were sore losers too. You know what? We put up with 4 years of Biden screwing us over, and you know we weren't half the crybabies that they are. We didn't like it, but you know what? We honored it. We rolled it through it. They're ready to start a civil war. The left hand. You know. Anyway, the other thing I was talking about earlier was watch this mixed media. See if this see if this does anything to the audio. Uh, now I'm not even going to go there. I was going to start talking about vaccines and shit. But screw it. I probably just messed it up right there by saying that word. But anyway, I will say about bird flu. That was the other thing I was getting ready to talk about. Again, I'm still wondering what's to say. All we can do is pray. There's so much going on. I can't assess what's going to actually transpire. A lot of things we hoped for. The release of what that Epstein files, yeah, drone disclosure, etc. I believe it when I say, you know what, you're right. We still really don't have shit. That the Epstein case, we already knew about the certain people, and they're just like reiterating what they're just. It's the same shit. A couple people did get outed yesterday. One was Reed. Who the hell was it? The guy, Democrat financier. He was going to the island, and I'm drawing a blank. Reed something or. And then, of course, Bill Clinton, and they said, who's the other? Bill Gates. But we all kind of knew that anyway, so it's barely anything that, what's it say? And fixing our food supply. Yeah. Yeah, well, here's the deal. They need to fix the food supply because nobody wants to be eating poisonous food. And also, they need to fix the fucking power grids. So when they go to blow out our power grids, this is the next thing I was getting ready to talk about, is 3 countries back to back to back just had power failures, major power failures, plunged them into darkness yesterday. I believe it was yesterday. Cuba, Venezuela, and Panama. All 3 are on a list of people we ain't getting along with right at this moment for different reasons. And, half of them are communists there. I don't know how Panama's rolling, but we probably put them in the dark maybe. But it's just as easy. Some of our states went offline too, but that was mostly the storm. But you have to wonder if they're going to hit us with what's this women. That's just them giving us crumbs. You're right about the Epstein thing. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, they're not giving you the full thing. They're just barely giving you any kind of info on it. What's this? What's that? Do you support IG? Wait a minute. I can't even read that. What is that? What's IGHDTV? I don't even know what that is. I'm sorry. What's it say? They are. Wait a minute. They also need to get China to stop owning, the farmland. Yeah, absolutely. That is our food. Our food is basically owned by everybody but us. And one of the things I say all the time on here is that that whoever owns the food, or how's it go? Whoever controls the food controls the masses. That's what the hell's his name? The damn clown, Kissinger. Kissinger, dead and gone now. He used to be part of the WEF, and now China and Smithfield. Yeah, and probably a shit ton of others. And then they probably were involved in burning down half of our food factories and destroying farmland. so they could, get more out of the little bit they had. I noticed none of the Chinese farms that they bought are burning up, but a lot of other lands burning up. Hey, how you been, Eric? I haven't seen you for a while. Yeah, well, you know what? Here's something you got to watch out because the bacon's probably going to have swine flu in it now. You know what I mean? Every time you turn around, there's another thing to worry about. There you go. DMW Shots is going live. Just got a notification there. So how you been, Eric? Ain't seen you for a little while. Yeah, that's scary as shit. They literally found DNA in minute amounts, but still DNA, human DNA. I think it was in McDonald's or something. That's cool. Good for you, brother. Um, yeah, they found. I think it was McDonald's human DNA. I don't even want to know how that got in there. Start wondering who that is. It's probably some of these homeless people that Newsom swept off the streets over there in California when Xi Jinping or whatever his name is, the ping pong champ over there in, in China, in China, actually the leader. I shouldn't show disrespect to him. Yeah, maybe I should, but anyway. Oh, who's that? Ashwin Dilip. What's up? I I didn't understand. Were you the one that? Wait a minute. Yeah, McDonald's exactly. I saw what you said, and I said, "What is that?" I don't even know what you asked me. Okay, thank you, Mixed Media, because I think it was just somebody trying to. It looked familiar. I think we had somebody do that yesterday. And I think you know who I'm talking about. I'll leave it at that. Yeah, yeah, yeah. The odds of it being another one, Eric, aren't. It's at least 50-50. That. Wait a minute. What's that say? Yeah. Um. Totally lost my train of thought there. I was trying to read what she's. All right, so he said something screwy. I didn't even really, I didn't know what he said there, but I'm old, so I don't know all. It's probably gone. All right. Oh! I did see him say that. Thank you, Mixed Media. You're right. Absolutely, good job there. Even though, yeah, it slipped by me and it didn't have the R on the end, and I just like, whatever. Some people, for some reason, can get away with using that, and I think it's fucked up either way. You know what I mean? But anyway, let's change that subject there. I'm not going to even get into that. Um, yeah. So, what the hell was I talking about a moment ago? Hang on, let me go back up here. Oh, yeah, they literally found DNA, human DNA. I think it was McDonald's, it could have been Wendy's. Actually, somebody found a finger in a couple years ago in a cup of chili. Yeah, here we go. Wait a minute. I don't know what he's saying, but oh, sorry, I didn't mean to take that one out. Was that Texas? Whatever. Hey, Texas, I didn't mean to knock you off there. I was trying to just clear that. I'll tell you when. Hop back on, dude. I only deleted that thing. You should be all right. Texas, say something. Yeah, I accidentally. I didn't even get to read his. I didn't know what the other dude was saying, but he seemed like he had an attitude. And okay, cool, dude. And I'm just trying to keep, the channel rolling here because I went off the other day a little bit about it because I don't want somebody else causing a problem on the channel. Wait a minute. Hang on once. What's going on here? Oh, by the way, we got 9 people in here. Do you think you got? Hit me up with some thumbs up. I just want to see if that's even working. I got 2 up there. See if the damn thing. The other day, somebody said they were pounding on the thing, and it wouldn't give me any thumbs up. So how you doing, Texas? I ain't seen you, Texas 3, for a while. Yeah, exactly. I was kind of ticked off the other day. It's ridiculous, and it's someone told me, look, they can't necessarily, if they say something, it's not going to take my channel down or whatever, but it might get the algorithm picking up that word, and then they start going and look through your channel, because I had a video from 9 months ago that they deemed was hate speech. All it was it was comedy, and it wasn't anything foul. It was political is what it was. It was Hillary Clinton's voiceover. Wait a minute. What do you suggest if she's another day? Dump her like garbage, man, if she starts doing that shit, Just keep your eyes open, dude. If she starts doing the same shit, then it's time to throw out the garbage. No, but anyway, just finish this sentence off here. Wait a minute. I can get a strike, which will eventually take it down. It can get a strike, and some people don't. Yeah, exactly. It could probably cause a fucking problem at the least. To have people on there purposely coming on there and just keeping it up for days on end. Sooner or later, I'm the last guy that wants censorship in any way, shape, or form. But I don't want to lose my channel again. It was too much work down the shitter, It's not worth it. What's to say? I'm all right. Grandma's in the hospital with blood pressure in the 40s. Wow. Is that what that should be? She's not looking good. I'll say a prayer for her, dude. Yeah, that's a good point there, Mixed Media. I tried to get a hold of Tammy. I told her we were going live. She's having a problem. YouTube's not sending her any notifications lately. There's all kinds of issues she's having. Wait a minute. Hang on one second. Hey, there she is. A little bit of pure gold. How you doing? What's up? How's the baby? By the way, did all you guys get notification on weed? Okay. Oh shit. Yeah. Huh. Wonder why that is. Are you subbed for my channels? You stopped getting them? Go back in, try to sub again. They've been taking people's out of my thing, I think. Wait a minute. Now it's glitching some. Yep. Anyway, I wanted to wait a minute. What's happening here? Liz Cheney just got some real bad news. Wait a minute. Looks like Liz Cheney's going to jail, probably. Something bad's happening to her. I just saw a thing going across the top. You didn't get a notification. All right. And Texas, which is That's not good if anyone listen. Yeah, I don't know what the hell's going on, man, with that. Um, it's crazy because you're trying to build a channel and everything gets all screwed up, so you get halfway up there. So the baby's doing good, huh? Little bit of pure gold. Yes, do that or try that out. See what happens. Tammy said she couldn't even get into the live stream the other day. I think it was yesterday we had one. Yeah, that's cool. That's a good sign. So how's your cats doing there, mixed media? I ain't seen any you ain't put out any videos recently. Yeah, yep, yep. Cats half the time I'm like looking at YouTube, I'm stopping every so often when I see a cat video. I gotta watch them because it cracked me the hell up. Cats, I think cats are fucking really intelligent animals, and sometimes, in some cases, smarter than dogs. Dogs are more loyal by a long shot. Dog would fight a grizzly bear to save your ass, whereas a cat would be over there cleaning herself as a grizzly bear attacking you. And even if she came to your rescue, wouldn't be much help. Yeah, yeah, but I tell you what, though, either way, dogs and cats are awesome. Do you mixed media? Do you grow catnip for your cats? Yeah, right. Yep. Damn. Maybe it's God's way of saying adopt a little girl instead of trying again. You have to wait 9 months. There's a little girl out there right now that probably needs a mother and a father. You know? Yeah, yeah, yeah. Uh, Catnip though, if you get a good crop of catnip going in, it's very, very much similar to having mint in your garden. In matter of fact, it's in the mint family, and it's invasive. It'll just take over a lot of the garden. Mint, spearmint, and shit like that. That'll fucking just take everything over, including your lawn, the neighbor's lawn, two lawns over. Mint is off the hook when you grow it. Yeah, yeah. Something. I think I heard something about that too. Mixed media somewhere. There's a shit ton of tornadoes hit. I was just looking at the notifications in that and the other phone. Evidently, it was like tossing buildings into the air out in the Midwest. A lot of damage out there. What's it? That's the shuttle method. Told you what I would do if I were you. Yeah, cool. Yeah, yeah. Why don't you guys just adopt a baby girl? You know what I mean? Some little girl out there needs a mother and father. And then later on, you can try to make her another a sister. Yeah, I was about to say that. Yeah, yeah. Next video, I was getting ready to say that. I looked down, I saw you there with that smiley face emoji saying that would bag me up, man. That was funny. Nah, that was good. Something tells me that you were the class clown and the smartass in class back in school. Mixed media. You're quick witted. Oh, is it? Shit, adoption should be free, man. You're giving a little kid a home, you know? If they had any class, yeah. See, they're selling babies. I mean, you go on the black market, probably. You know what I mean? They're trafficking kids. These sick assholes should be trying to help you out and hook you up with a baby. You know, if you're trying to have a baby and they're got, it just doesn't make any sense. The whole world is fucked up. What's it say? Wise ass, wise ass Lord or wise ass loud. Uh, yes, it's how I made it out of so many fights. Yep, yep, yeah. Gotta admit that's kind of funny. She snapped that one right off, man. I was just about to say something like that, and she beat me to the punch. I used to be quick witted, man. She's like fast draw on the comments there. We also talked about doing gender selection. In vitro fertilization also expensive. Yeah. Well, a pair of scissors is pretty cheap. Yeah. What's this pure? This may sound crazy, or actually, be crazy. I don't know, but what if what if you put ads out to find a young lady who isn't prepared to care for a baby but doesn't want it aborted? That's a good idea. Wait a minute, what was that? Something went by. I was trying to read. Yeah, there's a lot of people going out and aborting their babies. If you can save one, sure God would smile on you for doing that. What time is it anyway? 5:30. I'll tell you what happens. you regret it later on when you're older. My mom had 9 kids, man. Jeez. And she ended up with osteoporosis and her teeth rotted out near the end there because what happens is it draws all the calcium and minerals out of your body to give birth. She did it 9 times, you know? And as she got, and then she smoked like a stack after that, so that also doesn't help. Yeah, like I said, my mom had 9 kids. You're almost there. You got 7. What do you have? 7 boys right now? Yeah. Yep. Were you a lot younger then? Probably, maybe. Did your age might you might not have felt like you were ready? Maybe. What's this? Nah, I'm already in deep. Just started. Okay, I got you. I got. Yeah, yeah. There you go. And a lot of kids are doing that, probably regretting it. You know, and that's the thing. People were praying outside of an abortion clinic over in Europe. And I was saying about this maybe a week or two ago, and they got arrested. They weren't even the guy wasn't even praying out loud, and they made a big deal out of it. The cops came over to him, asked what he was doing out there. Was he protesting? He said, "No, I'm just praying," and they rolled him off to jail. He got in trouble. Now that's kind of crazy. That's like thought police. The reason he was sitting there out there was his fiance was getting an abortion. He didn't want her to do it. If you can't even think of stuff now and they're trying to, crack down on what you're thinking, man, oh man, what kind of world are we living in? You know? Exactly. You're right. Exactly. Right. Dead on. You nailed it right there, mixed media. Yep. That proves prayer is real. And the enemy don't want you doing it, If they're taking time to shut that down, and I think that says it all. Yeah, exactly. It's a sacrifice. You see what I'm saying? Blood sacrifice. It's Baal worship in a sense when you get an abortion. That's what they used to do. They used to kill babies. Wait a minute. Take that back. They don't used to. They're still doing it. There's people out there that still worship Baal and do that kind of shit. I've heard of. I think it was over in Europe. There was people that were worshiping Baal and literally had a big old fire pit they used to throw babies in. It was a couple years back that somebody, what's it say? I already read that. you know, there's definitely a war going on between God and the devil. And if you can't see it, it's because you choose not to. It's everywhere. Look around you. You can tell the difference between good and evil. You can see it. It's everywhere you look. Wait a minute, read an article about them changing new Bibles and Qurans to have a trigger warning for anti-Semitic passage. Yeah. Yep, exactly, mixed medium. That's what I'm saying. Yeah, that is true. They're a little bit of pure gold. It's unbelievable. You wonder how many sick assholes are out there doing that kind of shit. Probably more than we want to know about. That's why I got a little bit of a problem too with all these sick assholes like that. You know, into that kind of shit, marching around with tattoos of demonic shit and just all about the evil side. It makes me sick. And the music they're listening to. But which ones I didn't see? Wait a minute. I just saw her put one up a minute ago about Satanists still use abortion clinics to do sacrifice. And that's because the devil loves abortion. Saw that one. Yeah, they probably took something out of there. Well, you couldn't see her. I was reading some of her comments. I don't know if they took any out on my side, but they might be blocking them here and there. Wait a minute. Use the blood and such from babies. Yeah. Yeah, that's fucking sick, man. That's crazy shit. I tell you what, they are completely fucking with my channel. And you know what? They're targeting you because you're talking about the Bible and stuff. That's so they probably chop away half of what you're saying half the times. Really sucks when you have something important to say and it just gets deleted. Can't tell if this thing's charging. Yeah, we're good. Breaking special report now. What's going on? Yeah, didn't say. Just saw a thing said France is getting ready for war. They're getting their citizens ready for war, it said. World War III is coming. Yep. Yeah, it's unbelievable. Yeah, there's a lot of that kind of shit going on everywhere. I was going to say over in Europe, it's just as bad over here, if not worse, maybe. Pizzagate was given the dumbest name possible, so it would sound too ridiculous to believe or look into, but that's what sent me down the rabbit hole. Exactly. And Pizzagate, and it was Comet Pizza, and just the names of the things didn't sound threatening at the time. Comet Pizza was the place where that shit was happening originally, where I think it's in Washington or something. What was his name? Podesta? John Podesta or somebody was involved in that. One of Hillary's sidekicks or friends or whatever you want. And people, you try to tell, look at you sideways, and even for even saying it. Yeah, exactly. And now shit's coming out, and I don't hear them changing their tune. They're just, it makes me wonder, are they into all that shit, you know? Right. Yep. What did Obama throw a party at the White House and bought like $40,000 worth of hot dogs? I mean, that's kind of fucked up, you know. That's a dead giveaway. Something more is going on. And how about the selling the furniture? What the hell's that called? Yeah, what the hell is that called? It's in catalogs. You know what I'm talking about. And they're like $20,000 Ardmore or whatever you call. What's that say? Yeah. That guy. Yeah, owned the pizza. Tony and John Podesta probably kidnapped Madeline. Yeah, maybe. Yep. Oh yeah, I know who you. What about? How about Tom Hanks' son? Did you ever see that situation? It's crazy. I think it's Tom Hanks. I'm talking about his son. Or maybe I'm mixing it up with some. Yep. Did you ever see Frazzle Drip? I think it was a video or something where I don't think it ever got released, but it had something to do with possibly. I don't know if it was on Epstein Island, but supposedly some horrible shit. I ain't gonna say it. It was called Frazzle Drip. So it used to be the site where they had connections, and some of the band members that played in the pizzeria showed child murder. Yeah. So furniture catalogs. Yeah, but there's a what the hell was the name of that furniture? It's like real expensive. Shit. They had catalogs and shit. I guess it's like on the tip of my tongue. I can't remember the name of it. As soon as you hear it, you know, oh yeah, you know, it's one of them. What the hell was the name of that shit? Wayfair. Thank you. Who is that? Little bit of pure gold. Yep. Yeah, man. Yeah, they were like selling all kind of crazy furniture and shit for, and they were turned out to think they were trafficking. It was pretty obvious that they were trafficking human beings or children. Started infiltrating. I was passing along info and recordings from chat logs and was basically told back down from because MS-13 was behind the site. Man, that's crazy. Yeah, man. That's why I don't understand why'd they put the fucking Epstein files up there so everybody can see what the fuck those scumbags were doing. You know, get that shit out there to fucking round these assholes up and start making them pay for their crimes. But oh yeah, the shoes, the Belangia, how do you say it? Balencian, Valenciano or something. Yeah, yeah. No, you were close to it. Yeah, it was some kind of sneakers they had. It was some basketball player or something. No, it wasn't. It wasn't it was a rap star or somebody. It had supposedly a little bit of his blood or something in the soles of the shoes. Did you ever hear about that shit? He only made like it was like a collector's edition. It was like maybe 600 of them made, or probably 666. Yeah, but that shit's straight up crazy. Nikes, yeah. Tits McGee, how you doing? Yeah, I remember. What's that? Seeing some of the descriptions of the furniture. Yeah, exactly. Yep, yep, yep. You know, that's the crazy thing. They're worshiping these shoes, that they're coming out with. You know, does Trump, by the way, have gold sneakers or something on the market? Or what the hell was? There was some kind of crazy. I guess it was a sports sneaker or something. Did you guys hear about that? It was a little while back. I heard something. I can't. Was it Trump or somebody? Somebody in politics. I thought it was Trump. It had to be. Yeah, who was the rapper that did that with the blood inside the shoes? I think it was a rapper, wasn't it? Oh, what else is creepy? You know about the Red Shoe Club? Uh, Tom Hanks and might have been Kanye, or it was might have been Texas Three. It might have been. Yeah, the Red Shoe Club. Like even the popes and over the Pope and over in Rome, all the cardinals and shit, they're walking around with those red shoes. But there's far more than that. There's literally like a red shoe club or something. And basically, it's probably, from what I understand, it's they're walking around through the blood sacrifice. It's symbolic of it or whatever. In other words, they're murdering people basically and getting away with it probably. A lot of Hollywood was all into all that shit, and you know something. That's why Hollywood's falling apart and barely exists anymore compared to what it did. Well, check this out. Can you see that? Wait a minute. It might not show up. There's a cardinal sitting right on that branch. Wait a minute. It's down here. I can't. Oh, there he goes. He just landed right in front of me. I was sitting out here yesterday. He did the same damn thing. Oh, yeah, little Nas X. Yep. Machine Gun Kelly. Gold. Yeah. Necklace. A little capsule. Yeah, it's crazy. Unbelievable. Who's that there? Is that. Yo, what's up, Doyle? How you doing? Yeah. Did you ever see this? I knew this lady. I think it might have been just a thing she was doing. She had a little bottle of her husband's ashes hanging off her chest on a chain. She carried him around with. It's like kind of crazy, but whatever. If that helps you get over your loss. Megan Fox is open that she made a blood deal with. Yeah, they have no problem saying that shit with a blood deal with the devil there. Yes, that's a different, definitely a thing. Yeah, yep. Yeah, well, you can't not hear about it. So, if you turn on the TV or, just on YouTube, shit's coming through it half the time. All the weird shit Lady Gaga's done, and now Taylor Swift's doing some weird shit. Yep. And they really like for these kids to be like idol worshiping these scumbags because really a lot of these rappers and rock stars and Hollywood people are nothing more than complete scumbags when you really boil it down. Yeah, I guess if that's what it just seemed a little weird. Yeah, but I should talk. I got a horrible story to tell you guys. It's not even funny, but yeah, I'm snickering right now. My uncle's ashes were in the car that got totaled. He was in a. It sounds fucked up, but he was in a box in my trunk, and my car got totaled, and I lost my uncle twice. I'm sorry, I'm laughing because it's really fucked up. But it, it it was my car got totaled, and they took it over and junked it, and I didn't realize he was even in the trunk. It's like a trunk monkey or a trunk uncle or something. Let's just have dead body sitting like. What does that say there? Having a dead body sitting on your car. Like, man, mixed media cracked me the fuck up. While you sip whiskey and glue seashells and shit together. But it really feels kind of disturbing. I'm laughing at it because it's just whacked. It was weird that when I found out, I was like, oh shit. My uncle's ashes, I was trying to take him up to put him on my mom's grave. He resided here for a number of years and over my wait a minute, my older brother sent him over. He goes, oh, I'm sending your Uncle Bill in the mail, which sounds crazy as shit. Yeah. And I feel bad, but you're, you're laughing too. What can you do? I mean, it's almost shockingly, it's like a Howard Stern shock laughter. I feel kind of like a creep for laughing, but it's kind of fucked up, but it is what it is. I had totally, I lost a lot of shit in that car, but I think the most valuable thing was a relative. I mean, I think I lost a pair of shoes and yeah, my one of my chef coats, and like I made an inventory list there. Oh shit, my uncle. Oh man, yeah, but it's kind of bummed me out big time too because I did want to. I was going to literally like sprinkle them on my mom's grave or something. I didn't know what the hell I'm doing. I received the ashes there. I'm like, well, okay, there's 9 of us in the family, and I get voted the guy, and then I go and fuck it up. Yeah, I'm the guy that's gonna do the yeah whatever needs to be done with the ashes. Uh, You know what? My uncle had a sense of humor, so he's probably laughing his ass off listening to this. Yeah, yeah. All it is about 38 cents worth of chemicals and ash there, yeah. All the elements of your body are there. Yeah, exactly. I don't know. I wonder about that because I went back and asked. And the car was gone. Yeah. Hey, what's up, Derek? How you doing? Yeah, dude, I remember you. How you been, brother? Good seeing you. We were just talking about just all kind of crazy trends that are going on. Yeah, like with the sneakers and shit, people paying top dollar. And I'm doing great. Thanks for asking. And we're talking about, I think there was a rap star that literally had his blood in the sneakers. It was only like, I think that it was a limited edition. Yet it was like 666 pairs made, and that's it. And it was, I think each pair cost 666, if I'm not mistaken. It was some kind of weird like thing like that. And there's all kinds of other shit we were talking about. It's weird, all the trends and things that are going on. Sure Gold, I've listened to many near death experiences, and they often talk about not being in the body during severe medical distress, even though they appear to be no one in the ashes for sure. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I think so, Derek. I could have been wrong, but I thought I heard that it's that rapper, what was it? Nas X or not? He I think it was $600. Don't quote me on that. It was something crazy like that. And like there was only 600. It was a special edition. And I could be wrong on that, but I think that's what I heard. That's a lot of money for a pair of sneakers, man. It's insane. That's what I think it was. I'm telling you, it was like 666, and that's how many they made, how many pairs, something like that. That's what I heard. Now I could be way off because somebody said that, and I was like blown away by it. If that's true, that's off the hook. Crazy. We paid money to bury what grandma's ashes at her spot in the cemetery. I remember thinking, why do we bother to do what's that to do this and make a funeral for families and friends to bury ashes? Yep, that should be a personal thing. You go out and you find a nice place in the woods or something, and that's what I should have done. Kind of feel like a dickhead for not doing that. But it's actually, do you know people that take the ashes and dump them in the sea? I think you need to get a permit for some weird reason. And I think it's fucked up. Yeah, exactly, dude. Why would you need a permit to put ashes in the ground? You don't need a permit, to put a dead body in a graveyard. You see what I'm saying? I might be wrong on that too. I'm going to go back and look that up. I think I heard that. So they can grieve together, but I don't do funerals because I can't handle death. Yep. Exactly, dude. I don't know who would pay 600, but there's people out there I think that do. Exactly. Let the dead bury themselves. Yeah, I think somebody said, I got to go and bury my father or my brother or something. He says, yeah, let the dead bury the dead. Or he said he told him to follow him instead. Yeah, exactly. You know, people literally get beat up and steal their shoes right off their feet if they're expensive. What do you think they're going to do with $600 pair of shoes? Shit, they'll run you down in the streets and take them. Yeah, I'm assuming that's the only ones that did that. And if they bought them, a lot of people collect sneakers. Evidently, literally have like 700 pairs of different things, and they'll never wear them. I mean, that's about the only thing you could do is if you're collecting them, because you'd be crazy walking around with $600 on your feet. You know, especially if you're in a bad part of town. Somebody recognized that they're worth something. Worth the money to bury those ashes. My mom, nor I wanted her sitting around on our mantle. Yep, or bookshelf. Because then you don't know where the normal dust and your ashes begin or end. Yeah, yeah. The weirdest thing I ever seen. You know how I used to collect Civil War photography with the ones that opened up. It was like a cased image. I wish I had something here. Wait a minute. Let me see. I don't know if I have anything in here. Wait a minute. It was from like Civil War era. I used to collect these. I still do when I see them. Wait a minute. Anyway, they got it's like a little wooden box. It's all fancy leather, or what do you call it? There's a material they make them out, gutta percha, and then they have a picture in there from back in the 1860s or whatever. Some were on tin, some were on glass. They were called ambrotypes, some were daguerreotypes, silver plate. I had bought one, opened it up, and it had the lady's name in the next to the picture. They had like a little felt pillow in there to when you close the case, so the glass on the picture didn't get scratched. But behind the picture, you take the picture out. Sometimes there's something written underneath. It was all kinds of ashes. It must have been the lady's ashes. Had her name and everything. And I didn't know what it was. I opened it up and went all over the coffee table. I sneezed. So she kind of like went off, and I couldn't get her back up. Hey, mate, I'm in Wilmington, Delaware. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh, yeah, because they also did like postmortems, pictures of like babies and shit that died before, because photography was just coming on at that time period, and they still wanted some kind of remembrance of the children. Children died very young back in the day. So there's a lot of them that are almost ghoulish looking. You know, they take the last picture and they look like vampires and shit. They're all shrunken up their face. It's horrible. And but the thing is people that collect that shit intentionally. Like if you're buying photos, you don't necessarily know what you're going to get if you get like a whole family selling off all their photos, because people do that. They collect them. And in actuality, what do you call it? Post-mortem pictures worth some money. And wait a minute. Guess we've always been what's that? Recording things we shouldn't be. Yep. What's that say? Puts remembering the dead to a whole new place. Yep. Well, they were different back then because life was short as hell. Life back in Civil War times and shit, people didn't live very long. Yeah, and there was so much disease and shit. And matter of fact, people don't know this fact, but here's something for you. More people died in the Civil War from waterborne illness and diseases, infections, than actual gunshot wounds or any other, or swords or anything. Lots of people died from infections and like I said, waterborne illnesses, because they're out. The deal was is these soldiers would be out on the battlefield. They'd be pissing and shitting in the stream before the battle. It's washing down the stream, whatever, and 2 miles down the road, there's maybe Confederates or some other soldiers by the stream, filling their canteen up, never knowing that they're, aiming for some serious diseases to come down, cholera and everything else. So that killed a lot of them. Yeah, but that was crazy though. I opened that lady's picture up and I'm like, wow, check this out. I still remember her name. Her name was Sarah Fairbanks. I started looking up stuff about her, and kind of creeped me out, man. Like, yeah, now I'm gonna have a fucking ghost floating around my house when I sneezed and just went across the table. When the Civil War was always fascinating to me. Yeah, it's crazy stuff happened in Civil War. But it's interesting. Yeah, the whole thing with brother versus brother. Holy shit, that happened a lot more than you'd know because people would be going up north and coming down south, splitting families up, and then they're fighting each other and literally end up on the battlefield, you know, fighting each other to death. That's here's another little thing people don't realize. Just give you a little insight on the Masons. Right on the Civil War battlefields when battles were going on, a lot of Masons when they got wounded, they would call out to somebody if there were another soldier coming out, even if it was on the other side, and then let them know there was something they said like my mother's son was a Mason or some kind of code they had, and they would know who the Masons were. They would come over and help them no matter what side they were on. It happened multiple times because at the end of the day, they swear their allegiance to Masonic Hall quicker than they do the United States. I think that's what's going on there with that. What's this say? Um, yes, Civil War is fascinating. The stuff that happened. If everyone back then really knew what the Civil War was really about, yet there was a lot of different things. People only say, well, it was only a lot of people think it's just about slavery. Well, there was also states' rights and a lot of different things were going on. But slavery was one of the things. And right now, there's something going on, or not right. Well, yeah, actually, right now there is slavery's happening as we speak. It's called trafficking human beings, and we don't seem to. Everybody's looking the other way. What the fuck? Slavery needs to be stopped. You know. And but they kind of don't see it that way. The elites that are dealing trafficking children and everything else, out there, and they ought to be called out for that shit. That's it. I'm so ignorant to history because my teachers were terrible and what's that drier than a porcupine's toenails. Yeah. Yeah, when you start learning about the history of that, the people and everything, it becomes more interesting and more real. You start to see there was really were people that were out there doing the things, that Hollywood's making movies about now. It's even going on the Gettysburg battlefield. You can literally feel the energy on that battlefield. I could anyway. I'm telling you, so many people died there. 50,000, I believe it was, in 3 days. It just resonates today. And I often say there's a possibility that literally a lot of the energy from these people bleeding out into the soil that got killed there, screaming their heads off, hollering for their mother as they died, in agony. A lot of that energy got released into the ground there, meaning, well, basically, if you know Gettysburg battlefield, a shit ton of it has granite. Granite has quartz in it. Quartz was used for quartz radio during World War One. Quartz can also store energy on it. So basically, it literally probably recorded into the freaking background into right in onto the battlefield, and then you had a creek running down the bottom of the hill there, hydroelectric, all that shit could very well be causing people to see ghosts and shit. It's literally just replaying, almost like when you make a phonograph and you scratch the music into the thing. It's replaying. That's what I think it is. Yeah, you know what? I've had many experiences. I used to go up there a lot, and one of the weirdest things. Well, I actually got a video on. I don't know if it's on this channel or the other one, where I'm up in Devil's Den talking about another time I was over there. Was talking about seeing a Confederate, meaning I thought it was a reenactor at first because there was reenactors on the over there at Little Round Top, and they were heading towards. There's two Union soldiers. I was walking behind, and they were heading to a monument, the 44th New York Monument, on the top of Little Round Top, and I was like behind them by 50, 60 feet, and somebody said something. I turned around, heard him say something, and like really weird Southern drawl. I couldn't barely understand. I look over. It's a guy, and I'm thinking, man, this guy's playing a part of a Civil War Confederate to the max. Bare feet. He's walking up the hill in bare feet. And if you know Little Round Top, there's all kind of stickers and rocks. And I don't know how the hell he did it. I'm thinking to myself that this guy's hardcore. But a lot of these soldiers were in bare feet, especially from the Confederacy. There's stories that that's why they came into Gettysburg. Literally, there was a shoe outlet somewhere near the railroad tracks down further that they literally were going to go get shoes, some of them, in the beginning of the battle. That's what I hear. Anyway, so they are, marching through there. But anyway, the guy that I saw, I'm thinking this guy's just a reenactor. And he's saying something. He's pointing over to Devil's Den, right? Telling me, you're supposed to be over there, is what I think he said. But it was so hard to understand. It was crazy. Deep South, maybe Louisiana, but probably Georgian, because there was actually Georgians right there at Devil's Den. If you look, there's signs everywhere that you can find out. I think there was, I don't remember what troops were in there. However, this guy, I was convinced he was just a hell of an actor. I turned around to follow those people because I was heading to the 44th New York Monument, which is further down. And I see them. They're almost there. And I'm following them. And I look back again to see the guy. The guy's gone. There's no fucking way you can get off that hillside. It's literally like you're in a small little mountain. He came walking up barefoot up there. He couldn't have got away that quick. I literally might have been maybe 4 or 5 seconds tops before I turned back around. And that really happened. And so I'm talking about it not the next time, years later. And I'm telling somebody, I'm pointing across from Devil's Den this time, and I captured something on the phone. Crazy as shit. 'Cause as I'm telling that story, I get to the part where the guy's in raggedy ass clothes and everything, and you hear musket fire from over in that direction. I couldn't hear it when I did it, but when I went back and watched it, and I took it down to Fort Delaware one day. I used to go down Fort Delaware. It's where they kept Confederate prisoners over here across the or down the river, and at Pea Patch Island, they also call it. Anyway, this guy was a reenactor there, and he fired muskets and everything. Dude, that's not a rifle. That's a fucking musket. The way it sounded, and it was echoing a little bit. He, being in that area there, but I couldn't hear it when it went off. I mean, like when I was there filming that. But you can go back. It's in my Gettysburg collection. It might be on the bottom of this. It might be on this channel. There's, what do you call them? Shit. When you put a bunch of videos together, it's at the very bottom. I can't think of the name right now. It's probably under Gettysburg. And just listen real close. If you can find the ones in Devil's Den, these big boulders I'm walking around talking about it. it's in there, and you listen real close. Couple minutes in, I'm stopping, I'm pointing over, and as soon as I say something about being in raggedy ass clothes, boom, you hear the fucking musket fire. And a lot of people say, well, it's coincidence. Could have been somebody down the road at a farm or whatever. But I know what I heard and I couldn't explain it, later on when I listened to it. I know that I didn't hear it then. And I know that it sounded exactly like the guy said that. He goes, dude, that's a fucking musket. What's it say? Years and years ago, I was an atheist. That was into metaphysical energy and such. And what's it say? Though the research it actually brought me back to the existence of God. Yep, yep. Found out yesterday if you put seeds in your mouth before growing, whatever you are deficient in the plant will produce more of energy, the unseen. Yeah, that's crazy, but probably that makes sense in a way. Anyway, sorry, I just went off on a tangent. I forgot what I started talking about. I started talking about photos from the Civil War era, and then about finding that lady's ashes in the back of the photo thing in the case, and then I ended up on at Gettysburg battlefield telling you a whole nother story. Anyway, it's almost dinner time. I think I'm going to probably shut this thing down. You guys have a good day or good night, I should say, wherever you're at. And I might come back on later, maybe around 8 o'clock. So have a good one. Thanks for stopping by. Hit me with thumbs up. And anybody new in here, please subscribe. Have a good one. What's this? See, I have a theory that I can agree that I think certain energies can get the best word I got is recorded. Yeah, exactly. But I don't think the soul that made it, the blip in the time. Yeah, there's just some kind of energy or something leaving trace of it. There's something there, an echo. I'd call it maybe like an echo. Hey, have a good one there, Texas. If you guys are around about 8 o'clock Eastern time, I might do another one. Hopefully, I'll have a chance to. All right, so have a good one. See you guys.